It's Chick on Stories we're following for you here on Robin Hood Radio. In a story by the Republican American by Ruth Epstein, the Sharon Board of Selectmen said it will pursue establishing a food truck ordinance. Jessica Kane, owner of Sharon Valley Tavern, spoke in favor of food trucks during a selectmen's meeting. She's owned the tavern, which is in a residential area but zoned commercial, for 12 years and has been closed since COVID-19 hit in March. The law prohibits bars from remaining open during the pandemic unless food is served. Quoting here, "I'm limited in what I can do," Kane said. Continuing that quote, "A food truck would be a good option," end quote. She said in addition to helping her business, food trucks would create jobs, provide some economic development, and promote tourism. Quoting here, "It would also give people another option for buying lunch, dinner, even breakfast." Kane went on to say that paying to have a permanent food truck at her business would be less expensive than having to install a commercial kitchen. Selectman Dale Jones said he thinks it's a great idea and would be in keeping with what a lot of establishments are doing. Hectate Energy, the company behind the proposed Shepherd's Run solar farm in Kopek, will reduce the area of the project by 60%. Project developers presented information about the project from the company's standpoint. The initial public release noted Hetcare was developing a project that would encompass approximately 900 total acres. The proposed project would be cut down to 360 total acres, 280 of which would contain the project's solar panels. The Columbia County Board of Supervisors has unanimously adopted a $154.2 million budget for 2021. The budget reflects a $5.3 million decrease from the 2020 budget. An average homeowner with a property assessed at $254,000 would see a reduction in their county taxes of 1.5%, equaling a savings of about $21 for the year. The $5.3 million reduction in the budget comes from a $3.6 million decline in the general fund and a $1.8 million decrease reflected in the county roads and machinery. Despite many schools now being on remote learning in Connecticut, the impact of the coronavirus on Connecticut schools continues to be dramatic. In a weekly update from the Connecticut Department of Public Health, there was a 49% increase in student cases reported in the state over the previous week. A large percentage, 77% of those students, were classified as either hybrid learning or remote. 4 new deaths Thursday took Berkshire County's health death toll during the crisis to 91, with confirmed COVID-19 case count up 82 to 2,158, according to the Department of Public Health, saying 41 new deaths were reported in the state overall, pushing the statewide total to over 10,900. Region 1 Board of Education has a policy subcommittee meeting coming up this morning at 11 o'clock. It is a Zoom meeting. You can get that information on their website. A Kind of Nobility, the forgotten artist Althea Hill Platt, will be the subject of a Zoom lecture for the Sharon Historical Society and Museum. That happens tonight in between 5 and 6 p.m. There's no registration required. The Zoom meeting is on their website. The 12 Days of Christmas, a West Cornwall holiday exhibit with 12 works by local artists tucked into windows throughout downtown West Cornwall, will run through January 3rd. The windows will be on display day and night outdoors and spread safely with easy walking distance from one another, and all COVID-19 regulations can be followed. Participating artists Debbie Jones, Catherine Frygang, Jane Bevins, Audia Denograd, Sally Van Doren, Nancy Bevins, Connie Stewart-Walt, Nora Horn, Kosciuszko family, Susan Hellman, Paperbuck, and Michael Hemming. Armenia Recreation Commission invites you to pictures with Santa on Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Weebatuck High School. You follow the signs. Stay in your car until it's your turn for a socially distanced picture. Bring your camera or phone. You must wear masks and follow social distancing guidelines. And this Saturday afternoon, the luminaries will be lit on the green in Sharon. The Sheffield Historical Society welcomes you to their free outdoor COVID-safe light display on their grounds running through January 6th. The Winter Wonderland features trees sponsored and decorated by local organizations, businesses, and families. You can stroll around wearing your mask or view from your car. At the Town Hall parking lot, the Sheffield Historical Society is located at 159 Main Street, Route 7, just north of the mobile station. Of course, coming up this weekend in Lakeville on Saturday and Sunday will be the Lakeville Host Company Santa Express, going to different houses throughout the community. are probably all filled up, but if you see those trucks out this weekend, that's what they're doing. A couple of interesting things that have been put together by the Salisbury Volunteer Ambulance Squad and Salisbury Recreation Commission, the virtual gingerbread house competition. The deadline to register for that is Friday, December 18th. To enter and register your creation, email Recreation Director at salisburyct.us. Judging will take place and winners announced on December 21st. They're also holding the Holiday House Decorating and Yard Display Competition. The deadline to register for that is also December 18th. To enter and register, email Recreation Director at salisburyct.us. Judges will view all displays December 21st with a snow date of December 22nd between 6 and 8 p.m. Our business brief is underwritten by Morgans at the Interlaken, interlakenin.com, and by Salisbury Bank, salisburybank.com. The Dow Jones Industrial Average will start off the day today at 29,999.26, the Nasdaq at 12,405.81, and the S&P 500 at 3668.10. We'll take a look at the tri-state forecast. That'll come your way in just a few moments.